The gentleman from Alabama.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to reiterate that I believe this underlying legislation creates a new, large and expensive government bureaucracy with broad and ambiguous powers that will ration credit and limit consumer choice. The legislation gives this new agency and its czar-like chairman or director the power to impose both fees and taxes on all financial products which are broadly defined. It is not about consumer protection. It is about creating a financial product approval agency with the powers to review and approve financial products. Real consumer protection must include consumer choice, competitive markets, vigorous enforcement of anti-fraud laws, effective disclosure, and product innovation. Regrettably, that's not what the Democratic proposal does. Placing broad rulemaking authorities in the hands of an untested agency will limit innovation and restrict credit. Now is not the time to restrict choice and credit, especially when our small businesses with rising unemployment are the engine of our economy and the #1 job creator. And they're having trouble obtaining credit. They need to grow and create jobs. Mr. Chairman, H.R. 3126 creates a new government agency that separates consumer protection from safety and soundness regulation. This separation will lead to turf battles that will undermine both consumer protection and the safety and soundness of financial institutions. As we saw with the failure of Fannie and Freddie, the consequences of bifurcating consumer mandates and safety and soundness regulations can place the taxpayers at risk to bail out companies. Our financial regulators have testified on the benefits and synergies of having consumer protection and safety and soundness supervision conducted by the same agency. As the Federal Reserve Chairman stated last month before our committee, we believe there are also advantages in maintaining supervision of consumer protection of the same agency that provides safety and soundness supervision. The two are linked both substantively and practically. There are substantial efficiencies and information advantages from having the two functions housed in the same agency. The Republican substitute treats consumer protection in a way that genuinely addresses the concerns of consumers without limiting access to credit, imposing excessive compliance and litigation costs on small banks and other firms, creating more government bureaucracy and undermining safety and soundness regulation. The Republican substitute that Ms. Biggers offered uses the structure of an existing council and the prudential regulators to protect consumers. The substitute provides the Federal Financial Institutions Examination Council, which includes both federal and state regulators, with explicit authority to adopt uniform consumer protection rules and examination practices subject to the Administrative Procedures Act that would be adopted jointly with and enforced by the prudential regulators. Mr. Chairman, when American consumers and small businesses are experiencing an unprecedented credit crisis, Congress should not create another layer of federal bureaucracy whose mission includes rationing credit and limiting choice. I yield back the balance of my time.
Is there further